Hey, it's Chris again. We're going to show you the 37, 39 Chevrolet engine mounts that are adjustable. And what we mean by adjustable is actually giving you the opportunity to move that engine off to one side a little bit, maybe giving you clearance for the steering against headers or exhaust manifolds. Always been a big headache with street rodders in the past. What we designed is something that is adjustable so that you could gather that little bit of edge that you need or a little bit of movement. So in our kits, you're going to see that there's a left and right side. These ears that you're seeing on the bottom of the engine mount, they've actually got holes into them that pick up original rivet holes. We're going to show you in the back of the shop on the 37 frame here a little bit later, kind of give you an idea of where they set. Also at this inside, you will be drilling 2 holes through the top hat portion of your frame. And then that'll actually have 2 3/8 bolts as well to be able to draw it up close to the frame. And they come with sleeves, and we'll talk about that. This extra hole you're seeing here, if for some reason you wanted to hide your brake lines, you can. This is designed, you can put that through the brake fitting through there in your frame. And you can actually use like an AN line going down to your caliper. At the same time on the back side, you can actually put the brake line into it, or if you needed to run a T. Just kind of a neat little way of hiding things, making it a cleaner application for your street rod. Now, we were talking about the sleeves, and what we're doing is the top hat design on a Chevrolet is very weak to a point. So we made what they call these crush sleeves, and they will actually go from the back side or the outer side of your frame rail. You'll drill a hole, put this through, and then be able to follow back up with your bolt going through since it's hollow. And then by doing it, you'll be able to bolt your bracket to the top of the frame rail and drawing it in tight without crushing the frame. A lot of times guys will end up just drilling a hole and doing this, and then when they start tightening it down, you see the top portion of that frame is starting to bow up because you're actually crushing the frame. Again, it just sets on rubber biscuits as far as engine mounts there. This will actually go to the block as a block mount. You see the adjustment here. So when it's put up to the block, you can actually be able to loosen it, move it over, tighten it back down, get that clearance that you need. On the passenger side of most street rods, we always have a lot more room than we do on the drivers. So we designed that. This is kind of a little plastic scale model that we've got. And you'll see that it actually would just set on the inner frame rail. And of course the biscuit and stuff. And then your engine mount will actually go over on top of it and allows you to be able to slide, what we were talking about. But if you look on the back side of this, the sleeves that you're seeing here were designed like you're seeing on this model. Drill the hole, place this through your frame, and then by putting your bolt through it, it'll actually prevent you from trying to crush that frame. We're going to go in the back of the shop, kind of give you an idea of what it looks like when it's installed, and go from there. Okay, again, we're back here in the shop working on a 37 frame. We were talking about the crush sleeves that we actually designed and made for our frames. This is it right here. And then you'll see it as, you know, if it was just laying on the inside of the frame, it's the same thickness as the frame itself. So once you mark and drill for a 3/8 hole, you only drill all the way through for a 3/8, but then on the back side you'll need to drill out for a 9/16. Just on the outer side of the frame so that the sleeve itself will be able to go in. Again, the 3/8 bolt goes right through it here, and then you'll be able to just put it right through the frame after it's all been drilled. So it's pretty simple to do. Before that's all done, you're going to see in that we were talking about these ears that are actually on the bottom side of the engine mount there. You're seeing, you're going to find two factory rivet holes here after you've taken out your rivet. This is designed to actually set right over top of those holes, so that you're going to be able to bolt this down on the bottom and then be able to bolt through, drawing this up tight. Once you get that portion of it done, you're pretty well set. The engine cushion is a very simple application to put together. You'll see that there's actually a step piece of the rubber right here. This will actually just go in from the bottom and set up into the cushion or into the engine mount. Then you'll follow up with a large washer set here on top, followed up by your biscuit. And then you'll end up putting on your engine mount and then your washer and nut. So once you do that, you'll be able to drop your engine in. I always recommend, we're just showing you in the video, but this needs to be bolted to your block. And then you'll be able to put all that together and then be able to nut it down and be able to tighten it up. So this is actually on the passenger side, and it's showing you when it's all assembled. We were talking about the adjustment on it. You can actually move this from side to side. So if you needed a little extra room for that steering to be able to come up here through your knuckle, you can actually push it a little bit closer to the passenger side because you don't have anything over here, basically just a starter and exhaust. So very simple application, but very effective. We got more coming to you later on, so thanks for tuning in.